Welcome, I'm Linda Lambert. Welcome to my new podcast on V3 TV, The Only Way is Linda. And my first guest today is Karin. She is the founder of Celeb FC and she's a wonderful person. We're going to talk to her now.
Oh, thank you. Lovely introduction.
It's the best. I only do the best, you know that.
You do.
Okay, so I'm thinking topics. What's floating your boat at the moment? What's on your mind?
Well, it's been an interesting week for marriages, or should I say breakups?
Breakups, oh, very much so. Oh,
yeah.
Do you know, it's not about being married to this week, is it, really?
Well, no.
So the biggest one's got to be...
Brad and Angelina.
Oh, well, definitely, you know. I'm a bit sad, I have to say.
Really?
Well, a little bit, yeah, because I thought, being as they caused all that upset, they're going to make this stuff work. Aren't there like 30 kids between them? I think really they should be making it work, even just for the kids.
This is very true, but I do have to say I've got a sneaky suspicion that Jennifer somewhere was going.
Oh, do you know, I don't think she's like that. I think she's a nice person, Jennifer. I think she's just bucked out and thought, get on with it, love. Go and get on with your stuff. Yeah.
Possible, but I've always been Team Jen, and I do think that she would be a little bit smug.
I think she's married anyway, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. So, I mean, the thing is, you've got that breakup, and you've got Zoe Ball and Norman Cook.
Norman Cook,
Fat
Boy Slim.
Yeah, that's how I know him.
Yeah,
he's a brilliant DJ.
Absolutely.
Well, I sort of like think maybe she's had enough.
Well, there's talk.
She said that he's boring. I don't think he's boring. No one who plays that type of music is boring. You know what it sounds like?
Go on.
People running up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
It does. It's all that dum 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 dum. It's not my cup of tea, love. No.
Yeah.
I like different stuff. What's got a little bit of a beat to it.
You are funny. But I've got to say, I didn't really see that one coming.
Oh, I don't know. They've nearly split a few times. Hasn't she had a few...
Well, yeah, as I say, there has been talk, but I didn't see that one coming because it's not really been in the news that much. I don't really see that much about them apart from those.
Well, the thing is, I think that she is an extrovert, whereas he is an introvert. Maybe he hides behind his decks.
Well, this is it. He does hide behind his music because if you heard his music and then saw him and you didn't know him...
Well, he's got a face for radio.
Well, yeah, we all love. But I don't really think he matches up with the music that he does.
Well, the thing is, when they're on them big stages and they put the music out, it's all someone else's music, isn't it? It's not theirs.
Well, yeah, I suppose
they're just good at putting it together.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
Fancy editing.
I'm never going to be a DJ. I can't. No. I'm too random with my music, you know.
Really?
Well,
eclectic.
What's that?
Random.
I thought I meant a collector. I was going to say, oh no, vinyls are all out now, darling. No one collects music like that no more. So yeah, poor Brad and Angelina and them too. So marriages. It's not a time of it, is it? Really,
it's not. It's been a couple of weeks of breakups.
Although I'd love to be married.
Would you?
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
Oh no, not me. I'm completely the other direction.
Really?
Yeah.
I love the sanctuary of marriage, or is it the
sanctuary?
Sanctity of marriage.
That's it.
Hi everybody, it's Vaughn Joseph chiming in here. So they've got quite a bit of money to split up here, Brad and Angelina. They've got 6 kids and $400 million to go through.
Well, yeah, but do you not think that's too much money? Who needs that much money? It's ridiculous.
Well, I think a couple of solicitors, lawyers are going to make a lot of that money.
Yeah, well,
themselves.
yeah, they're really in business for divorce, aren't they?
I could give them advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean?
What kind of advice?
Don't look at me like that, Vaughan. Excuse me, I'm good at giving advice.
The first bit of advice, don't break up, because the only people that's going to make money out of this are going to be the solicitors.
Oh, no, if you're happy,
the
get
courts.
gone.
Yeah, that's what it's set up. It's set up that way. Even with the kids, and when you separate with the kids, the courts are stepping in because you can't settle your issues. Yeah. So they'll take over, and then they'll take the money, and they'll give the money for the kids and the houses and all that stuff.
Why didn't they just like separate and live apart? I could do that.
Yeah.
No snoring.
Oh, that'd be nice. But I think it's starting to get a little bit difficult, like straight away, isn't it? You know, Angelina's already put the knives into Brad. I saw that come out.
Well, you know, she can't talk, can she? She had blood round her neck for about four years.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't trust people that put blood round their necks. Not normal.
Yeah, blood.
But,
yeah, she had a vial of blood.
Billy
Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob's blood round her neck. No, I don't like that sort of stuff. You know, it's not right.
It is
you
odd. It was
vampire stuff.
I think they started with a load of passion. It was only going to fizzle out, I think.
Well, the thing is, you see, I think she's very dominant. I think she's very powerful. She's a good-looking woman, isn't she? Let's be fair. So, yeah, she never fell off the ugly tree, and neither did he. So that I think you're going to get two quite dynamic personalities. They're both not shy of a few quid, and they're both in films. It's like they can be in films together, apart. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. I like that. I wish I was in a film with my partner.
What sort of film? Comedy?
Yeah. Can I just like brush that one over?
Yeah,
it would be a romantic, right? Yeah. Definitely. Oh God, I felt like myself going to a different level there.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so it's thrown me completely, Karin.
Sorry,
bringing me back to earth. Yeah, so I'm thinking that I'd like to be married again. It don't put me off. It doesn't put me off. No, nothing.
So how long were you married before?
Well, once for 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, it was the longest 10 years of my life.
But you're eager to jump back into that dating pool or marriage pool again.
It's not that. I love the wedding dress. And do you know what? The whole day.
Buy a wedding dress and just walk around once a year in the wedding dress. Be like, hey, it's my wedding dress anniversary
no,
day.
I'm not Mrs. Faversham, love.
Do it for your birthday or something.
What? What?
That's so funny.
Oh no!
No, I had a friend of mine said that's what I was going to end up like.
What, Miss Faversham?
Yeah, that's me.
Well, you know what? There's worse things you could be, but I like a cupcake as well, and I've already decided if I get married, I'll have silver ones.
Oh, cupcakes.
Yeah, I've sort of got in my head what I'm having, but I've just not really thought about when to do it. Yeah. One day, who knows? You know,
I think every girl has this sort of idea of what they're going to do when they get married. You know, mine was I was going to have a big red wedding dress. That's what I wanted.
Red?
Yeah, I wanted a red wedding dress and black bridesmaids dresses.
Oh my God,
it was just
dear.
That never happened.
Well, red and black's not a good thing, love. That's for funerals.
No.
Oh, honestly,
no.
That's not.
It would have looked nice. The photos would have been lovely.
Oh, I don't know.
Notice I say would have.
Well, black. Yeah. Women in their black.
No, but girls like wearing black dresses, doesn't it? It makes them look slim. And
Karin, listen, they are wearing the dodgiest dresses I can get my hands on. Don't worry about that.
Bridesmaids like, you put me in this puffy dress.
They are in. Listen, they're going to look like the little lady that had the loo roll on them. No one's upstaging me on my day, love. No way. True, don't care how thin you are.
True.
No, so I think that I still got the whole marriage thing all a part of me, but the rest of it, nah. The living together, snoring together, I could give a total swerve, but the rest of it I like. Yeah. Sharing, no. It's my you know. Oh no, I don't like sharing.
That's like the biggest part of being married or even in a relationship.
Vaughan, I'm not a good sharer. No, I'm too selfish.
Really?
Maybe I should talk myself up now.
Yeah, I was saying, where are we going with this?
Generous.
I don't know if this is
don't like sharing.
The right direction.
I'm very generous. I just don't like sharing.
Yeah.
No, but I'm all right. I'll buy you a bag of chips. But if you want to start eating out of my bag of chips, no, love, that's not happening.
There's a problem.
Yeah, it's true. So that I think's been a really good time of getting out of marriage. Anyway, after 10 years, and going on into our next thing that we're going to talk about, linking it on, I suppose it does really, because if you don't cook, you don't get married.
Well, it's true. Of divorce, isn't it?
Well, it is. If you don't know how to cook, I've never been known how to cook.
Really?
Not really. No, actually. My roast dinners are not the best, but I'm trying, and I'm an active trier, so you know, I've got to give myself credit for that.
Oh, good girl.
But cakes are completely out of the door.
Really?
So I would never be able to go like on Bake Off.
Oh, Bake Off. Yes.
I love British Bake Off. I don't know why. I've never watched it before. This is the first series I've watched it.
Oh, so you have seen it?
Yeah.
But you just didn't
Never
watch it?
watched it, no. And I've watched the last few episodes, and what would have it? Sod's Law, it's changing station.
It's changing.
So everyone's fell out, and they're all, half of them are leaving, and half of them are one of them staying, actually.
One's staying, yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, why? Why when I watch it, you all fall apart? It's not normal. So I looked it up, and apparently Channel 4 are taking it back.
Oh.
So it was theirs. They sold it over to the BBC.
Yep.
It started doing good. So they said, excuse me, we want more money. Rude. You can't be doing stuff like that. If you give something, you can't just take it back. No.
Yeah, it's
so
a bit naughty.
Paul Hollywood, heartthrob.
Very
he's staying.
nice, yeah.
He's staying. What do you
I
think
think
of
that,
it?
well, I think that's part of the reason why a lot of people, maybe ladies of a certain age, myself included, watch it. Paul Hollywood. It's very nice. Got a bit of a twinkle, don't you think?
He's got nice blue eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's more to life than blue eyes. Believe me. I've got them.
I do like the baking side of it, though, I have to say.
He's never cooked on it.
No, I know. But wouldn't it be nice? Could you imagine coming round your house and saying, oh, I really like your cakes, Linda? Oh, yeah, exactly.
He'd be lucky I don't even know how to turn my cooker on. Joking. He'd have to get there quick. No, honestly, I couldn't think of anything worse. The trouble is getting the smell of the cooking out your house. No.
Oh, I love the smell of cakes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Cakes, they look lovely. Like, they look beautiful, actually. But they taste normal. What is that about?
What sort of cakes are you cooking, love?
Well, even cream cakes, well, I don't cook none, but look, if I look at a cake, they look beautiful, but they don't taste that good.
Well,
and that's the trouble with British Bake Off. You can look at them and none of them look very good.
Yeah.
But they don't. But I think I like it because they look a bit like how I would
How
cook.
you would do.
Yeah. But the trouble is, you can't taste them, so I don't understand these food shows.
I was going to say, I see them when they're tasting them, and they look like they're all excited, and they're making all these faces. But I don't understand how they can taste so many and look so excited. It rings a bit false. So yeah, I get it.
Oh, well, I just don't think for 1 minute that you can. I don't think you can come across on TV how delicious a cake is, because I've tasted those cakes and they don't taste delicious. I'm not a cakey person.
Not a cakey person. Well, normally it's either sweet or savoury, isn't it? Let's be honest. So
yeah, it's very true that.
Yeah.
I never thought that. I thought that was just when you was pregnant.
No, most people are either sweet or savoury.
Are they?
Yeah.
No.
I like savoury.
Do
But
you?
my daughter cooks really nice cakes.
So what, when you was pregnant, did you eat savoury then? Because you've got
you
girls.
don't want to know what I was eating when I was pregnant.
I don't remember what I was eating when I was pregnant either.
Oh, do you know what? I had a thing for Flash.
Oh, no way. I had a thing for Jif Micro Liquid.
I don't know what it is in Flash Liquid. Honestly, the smell of it used to send me wild. And do you know what? I
That's
can
so
remember
funny.
being in shops and looking to see where it was dirty, so I could quickly nip back with my Flash and clean it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think that you get them hormones that set off. I know people that ate tar.
No, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually coal, actually.
I
Not
know
tar.
some girl that really had a
It's
thing
not
for
tar.
chalk.
It's not tar, it was coal.
Tar would be a bit sticky. Put it in a cake.
I got the wrong one. Going back to my cooking, sorry.
Yeah, that's why your cakes taste so dodge.
You know, I'm never going to be a person that's going to cook a lot. I think I leave it to people who care.
Who care about cakes?
Yeah, like cake shops.
Yeah, the bakers.
You know.
Paul Hollywood.
Well, Paul Hollywood, it's easy on the eye, but he's not really someone I trust with my dough. No. No.
So clearly this is like a show for women then, because there's nothing on there for men.
Oh, there is.
No, there isn't. You've got
Mary Berry.
that old lady on there.
Mary Berry.
The old
She's like
lady.
a national
She is a
institute.
treasure.
What man wants to see her though? No one's going to watch that to
it's
see
true.
her.
Oh, well,
No.
I get that. but
There's a guy on there that you guys have been drooling all over the desk about.
Not me.
Paul Hollywood or whatever his
He's
name
a bit of a
is.
Yeah,
silver
he's all
fox.
right.
Then
he's
you've
all
got the other lady, and she's a lesbian. So
two of them.
Two of them, yeah.
Are they both
Mel and
lesbians?
Sue.
I don't know if they are together.
sure.
I'm not sure. Yeah, but
I've
that
never
don't mean
thought
they're
about
not
it.
good looking.
That's beside the point though. See, a guy.
I'd be good on that.
A guy wants to at least think that he's got a chance Like, if I ever ran into that chick, you know, I'd be like...
They've got a lot of contestants, to be fair, and there's a few good-looking girls.
I've got to be honest, there's been some really, like, burly guys on there that really want to win that show. So, you know, if you're into your cookery and your baking...
I don't know if any of them are. I look at some of their creations and I think you must have started last week, love. They're not great. I wouldn't say that that's the best that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
No.
I've seen some other
better.
cooking shows that do sort of the whole thing from your starters,
Yeah.
your desserts and your main
like I said.
courses. That's a bit more interesting for men.
Especially afters. Who eats afters? Is it pudding or is it afters?
Dessert.
What? No, I think it's pudding.
Pudding. But isn't it pudding if it's like a sponge in a custard?
No, I think here you call it a pudding. Yeah.
Really?
Dessert is
No,
a
I would've
pudding.
I don't know. Oh, I don't,
No,
don't it
pudding.
depend what it
No,
is?
pudding is pudding.
Yeah,
No.
pudding's
Pudding
like
is
a
a-
spongy puddingy thing.
It's
No.
not, you know.
Pudding.
No.
No.
If you go into all the posh restaurants now, they go and they don't say dessert. It says pudding. What would you like for pudding?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's changed.
I go to posh restaurants now and again.
I don't
In
know.
America, pudding is
They actually do
like
have a
custard,
Yeah.
but it's thick. So you eat it. That's pudding.
No.
You guys call pudding as a group of
Group of
Desserts.
desserts. Exactly. It's a
Dessert.
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 Yeah.
To us is the sweet that comes after you've eaten. So cake,
Yeah.
piece of pie, ice cream, sorbet, whatever. That's dessert.
I suppose it's a class thing. If you're like really posh, like me, you call it pudding.
So you calling me
So
low
I'm a-
class then?
yeah,
Is
I'm
that what she's doing?
Well, we don't want to call
Um,
classist, but you know.
Yeah. Dessert kind of girl sitting
I've
right
always
here.
felt I belonged upstairs and not down.
That's crazy. We got to take a quick break, and when we come back, what are we going to talk about? Do you have any idea?
Oh, I think we should talk about what you're up to, Karin, because
Oh.
I hear you're into a lot of stuff these days with your charities. I think we should hear a little bit about it.
A little
Cool.
bit of football.
Right on. So we'll check that out when we
Oh, I
get
love
back.
football.
Yeah.
I like Arsenal. Hee hee.
Oh, dear.
back, everybody, and we have Karin, and she's going to give us some really good information about charity work, you know, because we all need to give a little bit and we all need to give a little bit back, and you do it combining my favourite thing, football. You know, getting to see them little legs out on the pitch. You know, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. I founded a group called Celeb FC. We are a group of volunteers, mainly celebrities from the world of reality, music and sort of radio, TV. And we all got together after a charity event that we met at and decided that we wanted to put something together that would benefit smaller charities, so people that didn't have money to pay for public appearance fees and stuff like that. Because 9 times out of 10, that's how people get together to do a charity event. You know, you go through a PR company, you pay someone to turn up. And that's all well and good for the bigger charities, but for the smaller charities and the individuals that need help there and then, they don't have that sort of money. And if you're looking at a football team to get 15 people there, even if you're only paying £100 for each person, you know, do the maths, it's out of people's reach, especially if they need help there and then. So I managed to get a group of guys together that would play football, and they were all celebrities, and they said, yeah, we'll volunteer, and as long as you can put your time out and put it together, we'll rock up for you. So over the last 3-4 years, we've got a rolling team of about 25 people. If they are free on a date that we can put the match together, they'll come along, they'll play.
It's amazing.
We've got sponsorship for the kit, and we've done some pretty amazing events, and I'm so proud of what we do and what they do.
So do you have a lot of numbers? Is there is there a lot of support around these charity footballs at the moment, or is it still a growing trend?
It's difficult to gauge because we do the smaller charities and individuals. You know, we might not get a massive amount of people there at some events because, especially for an individual, we don't have the capability to do a lot of PR because it's just myself and some of the guys. But some of the bigger events, you know, when we've got a charity attached, but they're not one that receives government funding, they then have friends and family that can then push the event out. So we do get a couple of thousand people along. One of our events, the biggest event that we've ever done, had about 2,500 people there, and we raised £8,000. And that was us volunteering to do that.
So where do you go with these? Do you go to local football grounds? Do you grab the nearest one to you? Who do you actually go to? I mean, there's a lot of football grounds. Are they all willing to help? I mean, you know, is this a thing that you can go across the UK with? Or are you just like, you know, are you just based in Essex or whereabouts do you do these
I
matches?
wish I could say, yeah, everybody's open arms, but they're not, you know, and everybody, it's different it's horses for courses. We go to whatever football ground is close to whatever charity we're working with, and we ask, you know, can you give us the ground for free, because obviously we don't have funds. Not everyone will do it, you know, the bigger grounds can't because they have their overheads, you know, the bigger grounds have got overheads themselves they have to cover. The smaller grounds have been really good. We've got some that will just do it over and over and over again, and they're brilliant. They're so good. So
Karin, have you got any that are coming up soon, or some that you'd like to highlight and maybe get some people over there to support your charity?
Thank you. I've actually got to rush off today, and I'm going to one this afternoon.
Not too quick, I hope.
No, not at all. That's Sutton United. They are one of our great supporters. We've had about
Sutton.
5 events there, in Surrey, and we're doing one called the Wedding Wishing Well.
That's not far, Sutton.
Absolutely, it's like just down the road. And that's called the Wedding Wishing Well, and they're a lovely charity. It's set up about 4 years ago, and they provide weddings, and they pay for them and put them together for people that were due to get married in a couple of years, but something's happened.
What, let down?
No.
Left at the altar?
No.
No.
A life event. So they may have been diagnosed with an illness or an accident's happened, and they're not going to make that date.
Oh, no.
So we need to get together and put an event on, put their wedding on very quickly.
Who thinks of these things? I would never have thought
It's
about
9 times out of 10 that someone's had an accident or an event that's touched them.
See, I would have thought left at the altar. You're in the middle of things, and life events can mean something totally different.
Absolutely.
We need people like you to enlighten people like me.
And this is what these people do. So the Wedding Wishing Well said, like, can we help them? And we were like, yep. Sutton United were like, we're definitely involved. And we've put this all together within the space of a couple of months. So that's this afternoon. So yeah, if anyone's around, that would be great. And then in a couple of weeks' time, we've got one over at AFC Hornchurch. And that's for the Miscarriage Association. Speaks for itself. Well, that's
that's a great charity.
Oh, isn't it just? People need support at that time when something like that's happened. And again, all volunteers. AFC Hornchurch have let us have the ground.
Everyone's been touched by that.
Yeah, everybody has. Everybody.
They know
knows
somebody,
someone.
don't they? Everybody
100%.
knows someone. So yeah, that's a great charity.
Yeah. And I know that I'm going to see you there. So yeah, that'll be
keep
great.
me away.
Absolutely.
Keep me away. Yeah, I'm definitely going to come.
Well, and
this
is it. And we don't just have the celebrities that come along and play football, although that's really good to see them running around with their legs. We also have our wonderful supporters like your good self, and we couldn't do what we do without support from people like you.
So do we get big egos off of some of these celebrities? Because I mean, celebrity nowadays is like quite a broad. It is. It's like I don't even know where this Z lister comes from to A. I have no idea. I just don't know what a G is.
Well,
you're just going to go through the whole alphabet and say, yeah, you reached it. I have no idea. But you must get some celebrities that think they're the main celebrity. Does it not get in the way of your charities sometimes?
It does sometimes. We've grown as a we're a registered non-profit now, so we've registered it, we've done it all properly, all our accounts are available for everyone to see because we wanted to make sure that everyone understood why we were doing this. We're very different to some of the other charity football things that go on. But we've grown and we've had people come in and leave the team.
And they interact well with the public.
Oh,
so when they
absolutely.
come, so the public come and they pay their money and they get to talk to all their favourite celebrities.
There's no charges for photographs. There's no charges to speak to
that's
people.
Wonderful.
Everybody is.
Oh, it's 20 quid for an autograph nowadays, love.
Well, there you go. And you don't get that at our events.
That's
our events
brilliant.
are all about. We call ourselves the Celeb FC family.
Oh, it's wonderful.
And everyone.
And I think it's a wonderful thing that you do for others. I would love to think that I was that good a person that I'd be able to do it, but it would be mayhem. We'd all be drunk by 12 o'clock and there'd be no game. No, certainly wouldn't work. We're now going to go for a break. So I'll see you in a short while. We can't get it out. See you in a short while.
Berlin rain, I said our feet is aimed to you. I'm low, yeah, speeding on the train without you. I wanna break the chains of this prison that I'm living in. I feel shame. Look at me, babe, I'm the black-suited king of pain. I can't leave you alone. I just can't leave you alone anymore. I just can't leave it alone. I don't wanna leave it alone. Oh, it feels like I just can't live without you, without you, without you, without you, without you. You're my devil, girl. I can see how hell can't burn without you, without you, without you, without you, without you. I want you. I love your dirty games. I wish I didn't have to say it so. You're no good, yeah. That's why I'm running like a bullet to you. I said I'll feed his aim, but my fire still burns for you. Out of control, day and night. I just can't deal without you. I can't leave you alone. I'm pushed away and I'm thrown into you. I just can't leave you alone. I don't wanna leave it alone. Oh,
So, off camera, we have been talking about politics in America. So, I think that's where we're going to go with this.
Yeah, we can. If you want. If we
Yeah.
must. If we have to.
Let's do it.
This is like this.
Controversial. No, but we have to do that as well, you know, because life's not all about fantasy and nice
Cupcakes
things.
and
It's
Johnny
not.
Bravo or whatever
And
that
blue eyes.
crap that
No,
guy's name is.
it's not.
That show.
We have to talk about the things that really matter to every every
Yeah.
person.
Right.
So,
Well, fine. So this is going to date the show, but there's an election debate tomorrow for the election in the United States. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, their first debate that they're going to be going head-to-head against one another. A lot of people say Trump's not going to be able to handle it because when he was doing debates before, he was on stage with 13 other candidates, you know, Ben Carson and Ted Cruz and everybody else. Now it's mano a mano. One of the big things that I'm seeing is it's 90 minutes, uninterrupted, no breaks, no nothing, right?
yeah.
And as many people know, and a lot of, as some say, conspiracy theorists are discussing, Hillary Clinton has health issues.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
ages, we've been watching her cough, have
Mental
these
health
coughing
issues.
fits. Well, that too.
No, it's physical.
But she's
yeah.
I
sick.
dunno.
And then
Yeah.
at the 9/11 ceremony, she passed out.
Yeah.
And they rushed her off. And then some people say she's got a body double. She came out and she was all
Yeah.
fine a few minutes later or a few hours later and had no security around her at all, which I thought was kind of strange.
Maybe a change.
But we'll see. So you were talking about guns and you were talking about who to trust. So it's like...
Well, the thing is, I think that you have to go on your own perspective of life. You got to think to yourself, the lesser of two evils. I don't want to see guns on the street. So I would, as an American, I would think, I don't want to see all the kids being shot in a school. I would rather vote for someone who agreed with that with me.
Right. So guns that are, I'm going to pick apart this kind of stuff I love to talk about. So guns that are in the hands of kids and so on, people that are in gangs and things like that, aren't guns that are being purchased in stores generally. They're guns that are being bought from illegal sources, right? And 94% of the time, those guns that those drug dealers and gang members are getting are coming from the border, from the southern border, which is not really a border at all. So you have these Mexican drug runners that are bringing up drugs, they're bringing up guns, and that's where those guns are coming from.
Which is where then you buy into the Donald Trump rhetoric of let's build a wall, and then you're then
A
going
wall?
on.
How big's that wall? I can climb
Big.
a wall. Listen, I'm not good at climbing walls, but if I thought there's a better life over the other side of it, I'll climb it.
Well,
Right,
this
so-
is precisely what's happening.
Yeah, so the guns, I hear what you're saying on that, but it's not
If they had
realistically-
stiffer sentencing, if you knew, mind you, I don't know, over there, life's nothing
it
over
doesn't,
there.
It doesn't mean anything.
Well,
So
it's
people kill
mad.
people and it doesn't matter. You know you're going to get life in prison. They don't care. It's more of a mental thing. That
Yeah, but a lot of them are. And if you know that it's against the law, you will still cut down a majority of them. At the moment, it's like anybody can get a gun as long as you haven't got mental health issues. In fact, I don't know. I think you can even with that.
I think it's really
A lot of
difficult
them
for
are
us because we've
licensed.
got the perspective of how things work over here. In America, it's very different when you buy
Oh,
a
I don't know,
gun
a
or you
gun's a
get a
gun.
gun. Yeah, but the licensing laws over there is very different. Everyone's got
But
the right to
people
bear
are
arms in
people.
America.
You know,
Right.
people are people. But I've been to America and they're quite, they're quite strong people and they're very, they like their own personal space. They can be quite standoffish. I mean, even at the border, passport control, they don't like smiling, I found.
Well, it's a serious business. You got people
What, a
trying to
border?
sneak into the country.
Well,
and
well, not
do
handing their
harm to
passport.
People, so they don't
Not
know.
by handing their passport over, surely.
They don't know who you are. So you said the lesser of two evils, picking the
Yes.
lesser of two evils. So when it comes to Hillary and Donald Trump, I mean,
I like Donald.
You don't. You
I
don't.
do.
You kind of got sold this ideology.
I
that,
don't like her.
that you put her versus this perceived complete maniac.
I
so
don't
you
like
have
her.
no choice but to pick her over
This
him.
is it. I don't like her. I don't like what she stands for. There's been things I've not liked hearing. But I also think he's like sailing a bit north on things as well. I think sometimes he needs to check himself out. I don't know. I'm not sold by either of those two. I think it's worrying times. With the size of America, that you've only got those two. Yeah. That's worrying.
Yeah, I think you're...
You ain't got a good track record either from presidents, have you?
It's a very, very tough decision. I wouldn't want to be there making that decision. It's very,
worrying.
very tough.
You know, people that make films shouldn't be allowed to do anything to do with politics, really. Because they're actors, you see, so they can act the part. Can they really do it?
Well, that's all that a politician is anyway. Somebody that's pretending they're be a certain way. They're not.
I think I'll be a good actor.
But in saying that, if you look at Donald Trump, I understand that with the ones that come up through the political scales, like the Hillarys and that. But Donald Trump has literally bought his way into that, so he hasn't come up through the usual ranks. So I think that's why a lot of people do like what he's doing, because he's not taking any. He's not taking any direction from anyone. He's literally bought his way in.
Oh yeah,
so
no,
he can
not
say
an
what he likes.
establishment politician at all. He's definitely not.
So I think you have
he
got
just
a
said, shut all the borders. Let's all be. We will all be one. We'll all be friends, and the rest of them can go away. Look at England. They're in trouble.
Yeah,
we're not.
I think
we're not. We're not. We've got CCTV everywhere. You're not touching anything. Listen, you can't put your bin bags out on the wrong day here. No, you can't. Your wheelie bin has to go out Friday morning. Well, mine does. And if you put it out the day before, you're getting a letter through the letterbox. Did you know I had the sprinkler, going slightly off the subject, sorry about this. But
do whatever you want, man. It's your show.
But I had a letter off of Thames Water saying that I broke the hosepipe van. And I was like, what? No.
Yeah. Because
they have a helicopter that goes round. So I said, no, I've not broke it at all. What do you mean? How would you know that? And they said, you've got the greenest grass in the whole area.
Oh.
How rude is that? So they watch you from the sky and below.
Well, I suppose if they've got a hosepipe ban, they've got it on for a particular reason. So I suppose they're going to go and have a look and make sure.
But I could have been using my bath water.
This is very true. Well,
you don't know, do you? They don't know. Sending these letters out. No, but this is what I'm saying. We're watched. We can't do anything. You can't green your grass. You can't put your wheelie bins out. We live in a big brother nation. England, we are totally controlled. Yeah, much more than America.
We're watched, but are the establishment watched? Who's watching the ones that are watching us? That's the problem, and I think that's the problem that America's got at the moment. Who's watching those?
They do. Because do you know what happens? You don't do what they say, and they sell you down the Swanee. They leak informations, don't they? Yeah, straight onto the internet. It's a mind of information on there. They just, honestly, they grass you up.
Well, they do that to they'll do that to anybody. They did that to Manny Say. They're doing that to Bill Cosby right now. So Bill Cosby was like a black American
national
actor
figure.
icon.
He was.
Right, and then he pissed off the wrong person or did something.
Yeah.
And now he's raped everybody. Yeah. Right? So the same thing now, and I found this funny. I was watching the news the other day, and I don't know if you followed this or not, because it probably wasn't big here in England, but there was this guy at this university whose name slips my mind at the moment, but he raped
the rapist.
Right,
yeah, I
he
did
raped
follow that.
this girl who was passed out.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
And then he went to jail for
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. Right.
Oh, that's terrible.
And then, but the thing of it is, and this is kind of on topic because you're talking about Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton did the same thing. Bill Clinton has countless charges against him for rape, right?
I thought it was Monica.
But they call it, no. They call it sexual assault when he did it. Now, this kid that was at the university, I watched it on the news, and they said, whatever his name was, has just been out.
Because he was
been
a
charged,
swimming champion,
for sexual assault, right? Not rape. But when Bill Cosby did it, it was rape. He's raped 50 women, and he's raped them, and he's drugged them, and he's done all this stuff.
Terrible.
So yes, they will sell you down the river, as you said.
Should they be allowed to name you before they've shamed you? This is the thing.
Well, the court of public opinion is very strong.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be. You know, you're supposed to be in. Exactly.
That's
not true.
That's never been the case.
It's not
true. You wouldn't
true.
be in jail until your trial if you were innocent until proven guilty.
Well,
you're guilty until proven innocent. So that's why if they charge you with something,
so it's all a lie.
But especially if it's something as bad as rape or murder or something like that, you can't mess about with that, because people can potentially go out and commit an offence like that again. You can't mess about with that.
Well,
but yeah, that was horrific. that young lad,
Yeah,
and how they're making excuses for him. And there was 2 young boys on a bike that actually stopped that while it was actually happening.
Right.
That came along to stop that offence while it was being committed.
And he's out.
Yeah, horrific.
Around doing whatever he wants.
Well, it just looks like that they pick and choose who they want to make these stars or make these, and they sort of brush anything they do under the carpet, whereas the normal, no matter what you do, as soon as your shelf life's done, that's it, you're out. Yeah.
But I also think it depends on whether you're quite outspoken or not, because Bill Cosby's been quite, he's not known for being backwards in coming forwards, is he? And that's the
I'm very submissive. I've never say anything about anything.
Really?
I'm totally unblemished.
But yeah, going back to the topic, I
opinions.
really think that I wouldn't want to be having to make that decision in America at the moment, and I'm really looking forward to watching that debate now. I found out about it. I didn't realise that was on.
Yeah, that's tomorrow night.
I should be watching that.
Mind you, it's about 9 hours. It's a long time.
No, 90 minutes.
Oh,
90 minutes.
I've got 9 in my head. I was going to say 9 hours. That's a long time.
I'm not sure
that
that Donald Trump will be able to do 90 minutes, because he does say the same thing over and over again.
So his campaign team has recommended, because apparently when Hillary, the longer she talks, the lower the crowd doesn't support what she's saying as much if you allow her to just go on and on and on.
Yeah.
And that's his strategy, is to let her do most of the
do
talking anyway. So we'll see.
Plus, they've been saying with this
for 90 minutes, easy.
I know you could.
Yeah, I could do it easy. Listen, he wouldn't get a word in edgeways. I would have everything. I would have the life. I'd have the world sorted. Honestly, I'd be a world power.
Would you like to be in politics?
So I was going to say, so we should put you up for office.
Do you know what? Guns would be gone. I'd be good. I'd be fair.
I always thought I'd like to be in politics in the UK, but I've got too many.
America's
my
too
opinions
big.
are quite strong.
Yeah.
My opinions are quite strong. I'm very Marmite.
I'm not. I do listen to people. I don't take that much notice, but you
do take it all in.
Well, I take half of it in. I find the rest a bit of a bore. So yeah, 90 minutes is a little bit long for a debate.
Yeah.
But I'd hold my own for 90 minutes. An hour might struggle.
That's so funny.
So, it was lovely speaking to you today, Karin.
Oh, thank you.
And good luck at your charity events day. And
really
thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. And see you next time on V3 TV. The Only Way is Linda.
Ugh, I'm full. After this, you guys want to go try on a bunch of shit and not buy it? Duh.
Ooh, actually, I can't. I'm going to the apple orchard with Ben.
An apple orchard?
Don't worry, those don't exist.
Who's Ben?
And then afterwards, we're going shopping for firewood.
You don't have a fireplace.
I know, neither does he.
Who is Ben?
I met him when we were at the sports bar. You know, the guy who chased every wing with a shot of blue cheese?
The guy with the love handles?
Oh, and the beard. Oh, that's him. I gotta go. You guys got this, right?
The summer is ended, there's a chill in the air. You reach across the pillow and there's no one there. The days are getting shorter and the nights are cold. You want a man in a flannel and a hand to hold. Hanging up the teeny bikini for the season. Sweater's coming out, it's about to get freezing. Boyfriend season, boyfriend season, boyfriend season, it's boyfriend season. Layer in your body, drinking hot toddies. Holidays approaching, it's nice to be naughty. Boyfriend season, boyfriend season, boyfriend season, it's boyfriend season. Boyfriend season, it's in the air, that's right. Boyfriend season, they're on the hump tonight. It's the time of year you got to get cuddled. Wrestling in leaves and jumping in puddles. Boyfriend season, boyfriend season, boyfriend season, it's boyfriend season. Boyfriend season, it's in the air, that's right. Boyfriend season, they're on the hump tonight. Christmas is coming and you're heading home. You sneak up to your bedroom so you're all alone. You tell